Hello, Tim. This is Group 5.
And welcome to our transit-oriented development video.
Tim, our transport-oriented development is the New Lynn train station and the surrounding area. All right, Matthew, see you later.
Yeah. Wow, look at all these new transport choices in New Lynn. Wow, the main transport-oriented development is centered around this underground train station. This is a recent development as part of the New Lynn urban plan from 2010 to 2030. Thanks to this redevelopment and plan, transport choices range largely compared to the traditional suburb auto-dominated choice. Choices include the range of Auckland transport buses and trains, as well as a small amount of cycling and walking capability. Unfortunately, the area is still largely dominated by arterial roads and car parks. This leads to a limiting of initial choice if being new to the place, and may also lead to confusion when deciding to switch from the car or between different modes of public transport. On to you, Arthur.
Thanks, Matthew. I'm here surrounded by a bunch of dense buildings. Now, a large amount of these buildings are underneath 3 stories tall. Now, unfortunately, this does lead to a monotonous and limited skyline. This has also led to a pretty diluted urban grain around auto-oriented areas, resulting in a relatively weak public transport node. Exceptions are the evident Merchant Quarter Tower, being a recent TOD development as part of the New Lynn Urban Plan 2010 and 2030. The block and tower are an amazing example of what a TOD can provide, providing mixed uses within a small parcel, residential capability, and ground retail to service the residents and users of public transit. The biggest factor of density in the area is the large dominating New Lynn Mall. Taking up almost 75 hectares, the auto-oriented development swamps the area with car parking and distinct shopping building blocks. However, this type of mall dominating area alongside a train station is not too uncommon in Auckland. This is almost hinting at a potential improvement or redevelopment. Now, let's look at the land uses. Over to you, Jacob.
Thanks, Arthur. Now on to all the different things you can do here. So a large part of the land uses remain centrally noted towards the Lynn Mall. This includes industrial-esque business north, the mall itself, apartment complexes to the south, traditional retail big box shops in the southeast, and general retail spread across the surrounding arterials of Clark Street and Great North Road. These land uses, whilst following the Auckland Unitary Plan planning zones, are spread out, creating lots of space in between, leaving space left unused or ineffectively developed compared to the land uses allowed under the Auckland Unitary Plan. This is in direct contrast to the retail found close to the train station, with the newly developed high-rise merchant quarter containing ground floor retail and other uses above, being much more efficient in land use than the surrounding big box retail. Now on to you, EJ. Thanks, Jacob. Now onto the pedestrian network. New Lynn Transport Station has been a decent blend of both road and pedestrian traffic, with pedestrian traffic being favoured around the newly developed areas, and cars and arterial roads picking up the rest of the slack. New Lynn Transport Station is surrounded by pedestrian footpaths on all sides, as well as a footpath that easily connects it to the shopping facilities under the Merchant Quarter Tower via the bus station. These footpaths enable people to walk around the majority of the connected development shops and Lynn Mall. However, the network remains fragmented and unconnected. Any further away shopping facilities or apartment complexes demand car travel, or at least public transport to get to due to the high intensity of usage of the arterial roads in the surrounding area. Now on to you, Tommy.
Wow, EJ, you're looking great today. Do you know what else is looking great? The parking here in New Lynn. Despite the fact that New Lynn aims to be a transport-oriented development, the surrounding areas around New Lynn Transit Station are heavily focused on car-oriented development, and therefore include large amounts of car parking. This includes a parking building underneath the Totara Health Centre, which acts as the main parking for the transport-oriented development. The site offers up to 2 hours free parking for both the TOD and the attached medical centre, with a level of parking being private for the Merchant Quarter Tower. Lynn Mall is opposite to the New Lynn Transit Station and contains around 1,350 free parking spaces for customers, including electric vehicle parking. This includes a relatively new parking building made for the cinema expansion and the new commercial facilities within the mall. Back to the studio. Hey Tim, thanks very much for watching our video. That was the Newland transit-oriented development. Have a good rest of your lockdown.